Hey everybody, out here in the garage by myself right now. It's after work for us. Taking my suspension off, the rear suspension off my deluxe. Some of you may know, or all of you may know. I went to adjust it the other day because it felt a little soft and there was oil dripping. So, I do have aftermarket suspension on this from Legends. I already contacted them. They sent me the information to send it to them. So I'm going to take it off so I can send them both the shocks so they can rebuild them, update them, fix whatever needs fixed, essentially. So from what I've read and heard, they do go through the whole all the shocks, do any updates they have made to them and whatnot. So yeah. Sorry, I sound a little groggy. My nose has been running all the last couple of days, so a little bit under it. But let's get this done. So maybe by a hope and a prayer, it's done by Friday for Forgotten Angels. Yeah, this is the month. It's the 16th. So yeah. Yeah, it's October 16th before the camp out. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen, but hopes and prayers, right? Hopes and prayers. So yeah, let's get to it. Got the bike up on the lift already. Make my life easier. I mean, it's easy it's going to be with 3 bikes in here. So yeah, let's get to it. Alright, so I got my phone under there to give it some light, but there's 2 bolts. Or a bolt on each shock, and then a nut on the front on onto some splines. Good lord. Yeah, so yeah, okay. Yeah, still nice and white as you can see down there from the oil. So I'm not gonna be able to record very easily because unfortunately this is all underneath the bike. So, but yeah. Get them off. I do have a jag that I use sometimes to help take some pressure off of it. It makes it a little bit easier to pull them on and off. So yeah, just a little scissor jacket like that. Yeah, well, let's get to this. So if I remember right, these are like either 18 or 19 millimeter. I don't remember off the top of my head. So like, if you don't have ratcheting ratchets, you're in for a world of fun. Especially if you still have stock exhaust on about one of these, because the stock exhaust on the other side's like right here, so it's a pain in the rear to get to it. Okay, let me see, get that on there or not from here. This angle, maybe I'll get a socket on that. Oh, to be honest. Let me try that. I'll be right back. Alright, so it's actually like a 3/4 inch socket. So, yeah. For the back bolts. Now the front nuts, they might. Let me see. I probably should have done this beforehand, but thoughts were not had completely about this. Okay, like I said, it's kind of a bit of a pain. Here, let me move my phone over. Can you guys get a better look? I'm trying to do those 2 nuts right there. I think this is why you normally jack the bike up before. Let's get these out. I don't remember. It's been a minute. I haven't done this since last year. So, oh shit! Drop the camera. Okay, that feels a little too loose. So yeah, a little bit smaller than this. So you find their cartridge. Yeah, a little bit of a pain, but we'll get through it. Okay, so it's a 17 millimeter, which I do have it jacked up slightly. Just give me a little more leverage. So I'm tightening or loosening, I don't remember. So that's on tightening. Okay. So yeah, let's start off by taking those nuts off. And yeah, we'll see how good this footage turns out. I don't know how good this footage will turn out. We shall see. But yeah, like I said. There, I think I'll just do this so you guys can watch me struggle. Alrighty. Well, that aggravates me like a lot though. Okay. Alright. First shock's out. So something took a chunk out there at one point. Yeah, there's the shaft that the nuts go on. If I remember correctly, this is pretty much how you set. Okay, well, yeah, let me just. If I remember correctly, this is how you set the ride height and whatnot. If I remember right. So yeah, you can. Wow, you really looking at that dirt, you can see where. Let me see if you guys can see it. Stream it back on me. Yeah, you can kind of see where it went, how much it compressed down when I pulled it up. Whew, yeah. And yeah, you can see. Oh, it's where the oil dripped down from. Well, like I said, send this to them, get it rebuilt, and then yeah. Now, time for the other side. Whew. Alright, so this is the exhaust side, which, as you can see, that's where the shock is. If you have a stock exhaust, you don't even have that much of a hole to see from up top. Because your exhaust is normally like up here. Luckily, I got this beautiful and awesome sounding Cobra long shot, 2-2 long shots. Yeah, slash ends, so which yeah. I've seen the ground a few times, so there's the logo. You probably can't see it. Woo! Cobra! Yeah, so this is the paint on the rear side. So all I gotta do is get to that rear bolt, but as you can see, there's zero room for anything down there. So I gotta put a wrench on it, and luckily enough, I have ratcheting wrenches, which invest in some decent ones, especially that are wobbles, like this, or flex head, as they're called. Because this will make this job so much freaking easier. This is what I used on the nuts as well. So sit you guys up so you can watch me really struggle. Alright, just to show you guys how I got this, I took a 3/4 inch wrench, cut it in half. Yes, I make my own tools sometimes. And then I'll just kind of leave it like that there. Took another wrench, stuck it like that, and then just tap with a hammer to break it loose. And now, if you had a stock exhaust, you would not be able to get this much sight, or probably room, at least sight for sure. So yeah, got it broke loose now. Time to start picking it up little by little. I know at one point they made ratcheting open end wrenches. Does anybody know if they still make those? Just out of curiosity. I remember seeing them years ago at a Sears. Craftsman had a set. I wonder if they ever caught on. Because that would be like handy right now. Okay. Yeah. Alright, I just remembered how to do it. Gotta get the jack back, at least so it's easily. Once get the nuts off first. Definitely do that first. Then the next thing you're gonna do, jack up the back of the bike. See all that room down in there now? Underneath that nut. Not sure if you guys can see it any better from down there, but that's how you get to it. I knew there was something. I knew it. Just couldn't remember. Glad I finally remembered. So now I get that off a little bit easier because now it's not sitting on the frame right there. That's the problem. When it's all the way down, it's sitting on the frame. So you literally got to jack the bike up to give yourself some room here. So yeah, let's get this hoe off. Okay. So if you're struggling to get it out now that I've gotten it all the way out, something I've learned is you can. Ah, hell. Fudge. Okay. I'm gonna do something a little different here. But you twist it. Okay. That's my foot. Yeah. I got the jack in the way of it, but because I put just a hair too far back. But you'll twist it, and it'll help come off. So let me see if I can get this jack out of the way. Alrighty. Woo! Is that recording stuff? Yes, it is. Alrighty. Kind of just fall right now. Hell yeah. Yeah, brother. Oop. Oh, shit. Well, the grommets right there. So, the grommets. I'll show you guys. This is half of one. Pretty much want to make sure they're not too much disarray and falling to pieces. These are actually not looking too terrible. You only got 30,000 miles on. So yeah. Whew. Man, you can tell I never like super hardcore detail this bike. I mean, yeah. Once again, you can see. Maybe you get the right lighting. Yeah, you can see how much it was compressing down. That is no bueno. So yeah, once again, you can kind of see where it was leaking from. So yeah, get these sent off, and yeah, we'll see if it makes it or I make it or not. Well, on this bike, it's Forgotten Angels. So yeah. Yeah, I will probably continue this video once the rest of the when the suspension comes back. I don't know why. Okay, so probably finish this video once I can't talk. Probably finish this video once the suspension comes back. Whether or not that's before or after Forgotten Angels, you'll know if you're there. Oh man, I feel like crap. Yeah, I at least got them off so I can get them shipped tomorrow. The rest is in the hands of the mail department and whatnot. So, catch you guys later. Bye. Alright guys, a couple weeks later, after Forgotten Angels, while we were at Forgotten Angels, suspension came in. Just been busy and tired this last week since getting home, doing stuff and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah, here's the new suspension. Woo! So yeah, open it up. So get the Revo A's heavy duty. Is what I put up, is what I threw on mine. So I actually have some decent installation instructions on these about. So yeah, there's some installation instructions. Like, that's actually a really good picture of how it looks underneath. So yeah. Alrighty, so yeah, we'll get this out. Set those right there. And here they are. So they look like, these things literally look brand spanking new. They might even be brand new. I don't know. So yeah. Get ready to throw these onto the bike. Yeah, go from there. And I'm really considering getting some new bags, because not sure how well you can see that, but it's like destroyed in that corner. So yeah, that's a whole nother thing. So let's go ahead and get work on getting all this back together. And yeah, this actually has dropped. That's surprising, because like I said, it's been a little while and it's been cold. Got real cold, real quick. So like the day after I got home from Forgotten Angels, it was snowing outside. So yeah, luckily enough, salt trucks did come. So it's still riding season. All right, let's get to it. Back and whatnot. Just to make my life easier. So to start, the way I've always found to be the easiest is you stick the threaded rod in, obviously, through the bushing. So like I said, remember, don't hurt to throw a little bit of grease on those if you want. Some like dielectric grease or whatever to help them stay good. So yeah, throw that on. Stick it through the hole up in there. I don't know. So yeah, the holes that the suspension goes into is up in there. So feed it through, and yeah, and then line up the bolts. That's the way I figured out to be the easiest way to do this. So all right, I'll do that and be back with you guys. It's just hard to show what I'm even doing with it up in there. That's why I was trying to explain it, because yeah, suspension underneath, so it makes it a little bit more of a pain. Be back. Alright, got the rear bolts for the new shocks in. Oh yeah, make sure the adjustment for the adjuster is set properly. Then we'll set the sag here in a little bit after I get the nuts on the front of these nuts and stuff. Those. So yeah, everything's going on together. I like remember everything better. So it is a little bit of a pain to get them to line up. Once you get them lined up and started, it just crank them down as hard as you can. There is a torque spec, but yeah, I don't have a torque wrench I can get into there. So good and tight is what we're doing. Make sure you use Loctite. Like, this is the biggest complaint I have, is as you guys can see, you can't see where the transmission drain bolt is. That's the only complaint I have about these. You do have to drop one of the shocks to get to that. But you just gotta drop it and then drop the rear of it and then turn it and then you can drain it. But yeah, it's still kind of a pain. But if you want good suspension, you gotta deal with some pain in the rear, right? So have I scraped my primary there? Oh, looks like I have a little bit. Huh, okay. Let's do. All right. Get the bike off the jack and get this finished up. All right, I'm gonna do my best to show you guys how to measure for sag. Make sure the sag's good. Which Gonna show you this here, but it pretty much says yeah, once you have the jack up on the lift securely and the rear wheel off the ground, measure from the axle to a reference point on the rear fender. Okay, and lower it on the ground, load the bike down, and it's actually be from 3/4 of an inch to 1.25 inches. So like this, for example, if the first measurement is on the jack is 13.5, the second measurement with the weight on the motorcycle should be 12.25 to 12.75. If adjustment is necessary, turn the 7/8 inch preload nut counterclockwise for less or clockwise for more. Make sure both shocks are set to the same. So fewer lines exposed equals less lines. Yeah, there's some lines. Not, you guys probably gonna be able to see it on there, but there's some lines on the right there by the nut. Actually, there's a better picture of it. So yeah. So yeah, we're gonna attempt to do this. Is a lot easier to do if you have two people, especially if you don't have like a couple hundred pounds of weights laying around, which I don't. So yeah, got only first tape measure I could find, which is a 100-footer, which is way more than you need. So, but I'm gonna attempt to measure, and yeah, go from there. So I know they got pretty good videos about how to do it online, so go look at their YouTube channel and whatnot, and they better explain this. So yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, you know, that's the suspension install guide for twin cam Softail. So like, this is a 2017, so I think they go all the way back to like 08, 09 this way. something very similar to that. But, so yeah, mostly might be even longer than that. I don't know. As long as they've had the suspension underneath, this is basically how you do it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in later, and yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next adventure.